for dummies.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna call Boy and tell her to come in here. He's a gay white guy, but I'm gonna tell her to come in here and tell her to stop. You better stop projecting, Lisa. Stop projecting.
Okay. Wait, Matt Cool, is John really point? There's no way that's wrong.
Probably. So I'm just like,
Is that point? I didn't
For a
really.
long time.
Yeah, that could very well be point. I agree.
what the hell? I can tell by the inflections.
So what happened?
Alistair.
What just happened?
I'll make her off. I don't know.
So back to what we were talking about. I don't know these characters like you guys do. So what I'm saying, Omari, it doesn't matter if O'Donnell says it, and I think it's starting to hit home because why would a whole another news station like Debbie said be talking about another anchor the way he delivers his broadcast? That is just digging and scraping the bottom. Trump is insane. Just plain and simple. And you said, oh, well. It's like, it's not an oh, well. It seems like to me the Republicans don't want to. You can have J.D. Vance. What's the problem? We're going to end up in a situation because he set up today and says, oh, my voice is like this because I've been hollering at Iranians all day. He's not even in the negotiations. No one is even talking to him. He's just a big fat liar. All he does is sit up and lie, mock people, mock the Pope. Who in their right mind starts a feud with the Pope? It's nothing the Pope can say to me that want me to clap back.
Lisa, he had over 20,000 lives in his first
35,000.
See, there you go. As many as the Iranians killed their.
Oh, here you go. I ain't gonna line that up.
So I think with the Fox News thing, I think they're not really trying to like so much align strongly with Trump, but they're trying to use dual messaging, right? So they're like not argue against Trump, but they're trying to say they're just trying to stay aligned with the audience, right? No matter what happens, midterms or even after.
Well, Megan Kelly talked about it, saying you have to. You have to, vote. Not vote, but you have to cheerlead the president. So if it's a Republican president, you have no choice. Even if you disagree, it's part of the program. Especially the later, only people that don't really have to do that are someone like a Brett Bear.
What I'm trying to say though is like the framing that's going to slide, right? When they lose, it's going to slide to the localities, right? To where they're strong. So,
They're working on that right now. You have Youngkin back in the news. You have Youngkin out there going after Stamberger. You see her ratings going down. So we'll see. Let the Democrats take control like they did in 2018. Get some bills passed. Try to get Trump for the third time. If you have anyone like Fetterman that's on there, you let one of those Fetterman types get in, then he's gonna not get removed. But
it'll be good for Trump because he's going to be able to blame them. He's going to be able to, assign responsibility for everything on the Democrats and how hard it is for him to get anything passed.
I would say he did better on the Democrats. I would say Republicans. I would say from 2017 to 2018, there was no success in the first Trump administration. I would say besides, the Tax Cuts and Job Act, right? If you look at when they came in 2019 and 2020, they worked well together. They got the AMC, whatever that Canada bill passed, the Canada-Mexico bill. And, they even did some other things in regards to the COVID, getting people, help.
I think Trump's incompetency just started becoming very apparent,
You can't do anything when you have a Republican Party that won't vote for anything. Like, the Senate won't do anything. Like, they won't even pass the easiest bill to pass. They won't even pass a bill on ID, even though they ran on it. He can't get nothing done with Republicans.
Is it the Republican Senate or the Republican Party, or is it Trump that's crazy?
The Republican Party influence. I remember towards Trump's end, I remember this like it was yesterday, where Trump asked for $600 more for a COVID check before he left. $600 more. That's all he wanted. And Donald was like, nope, we're not giving $600 more. Oh, damn, that's fucked up. You worried about $600, and so it was a damn shame, and you could tell they don't want to do it. No health care, even though they don't want to. Even that's what's that guy from Louisiana? No, it's Pennsylvania, Louisiana, whatever the guy. He used to be a physician. He's a Republican. Said, "Oh, we're gonna have this new health care." Where the fuck is that? They haven't had to come out with it. Watch, Democrats don't come in. They want a chance to get some of those people back on Obamacare, get the credits back, impeach Trump, and they're gonna say we're gonna chew gum and walk at the same time. Watch, Mark. This is on replay. Mark my words.
Well, explain this. What's happening with Leah Brandon? Pardon.
I'm not familiar with you. Said Leo or Leah Brandon?
Leah Bardon. Or Barden. The person that left. So Leah Barden, they left the Trump administration.
I haven't.
They were the White House cabinet secretary. So yeah, they're abandoning ship.
I didn't know isn't she like some like white lady, or she was like an advisor? Who was she under?
Yeah, she's white, I believe. She's white, but she departed. She just left. Yeah. And she joined this private company that another good party started.
Like, people are gonna leave. That's like they did. He lost. Remember, they used to keep track of. And hi, Patty. Remember, they used to track all the people that used to leave. They had put X marks on their faces. It's going to be it's going to be the same. So just it's like a bingo card. Just keep tracking it. Bingo card. I'll make you moderator. So, but that's it. But nah, O'Donnell's good. I mean, that was actually pretty good today. At least I gotta give him. He was actually on point today. You know. Lisa might be talking on mute. You hear Lisa? All right, well. Hey, Patty, what's up, Walt? What were you in the audience, Walt?
Yo.
Okay, go
What you seen? What you told?
So if Republicans are starting to turn on Trump, and I mean citizens of the United States, they are starting now to turn. Why aren't their representatives
Another house.
what are they afraid of?
I think that's one of his answers. I think he still has enough supporters in their district that they don't want to alienate. And like, why lose a vote? Why maybe like a deciding vote over going after him when you can just put it all on the Democrats' lap?
So in other words, they keep power. Because why else would you want that job?
Prisons are not safe.
If you can't do your job, if you can't do the right to do your job.
And they fail to support rehabilitation. So actually they don't make it breaking the laws. So people aren't rehabilitated in effect. So we would definitely, that's an ultimate goal for the Greens, is to not have the system as it is right now. In the meantime, we would massively want to reduce the number of people accepted.
For mayor, I said I was going to tax the rich.
1 week later, 2 weeks later, whatever.
Today, I'm thrilled to announce this is your theater tax, the first in New York history. This is an annual fee on luxury properties worth over $5 million, whose owners do not live full-time in the city, like in this penthouse. Hedge fund CEO Ken Griffin offered $238 million. This unitary tax is specifically designed for the richest in the nation. Those who store their wealth in New York City real estate who don't actually own. But even so, they're able to reap huge financial rewards of owning property in, dare I say, the greatest city in the world.
According to the masters at once, That ain't gonna happen. So I'm with you on that, man. Donald Trump should see his way out of office in November. Folks, I certainly will vote if your life has been changed. If you're a Republican and you feel like your life is okay, then sit your ass down. But the people that are hurting, let Donald Trump see his way out of office, because this stuff is concerning for a lot of reasons. I can't mention on here.
Dude, this guy shouldn't be here. This is my coordinate. Follow me.
Anyone else got any opinion on why Republicans, as of today, haven't jumped on like the Patriot?
I think they're all making money and hoarding intelligence as long as they possibly can. It's not like they have like chicken principles, but they are making money. And also, Trump is pumping their priorities. So, I'm in for that. But I mean, what do they care about actioning?
I think the thing that's my point, and I don't know if Omari may but he's starting to lose his pace. So like the numbers are really bad. And talked about he misses Uncle Joe. We played that video. Like a lot of people are talking to, even this thing.
What do you do here?
Posted,
The problem is this individual, this man, he lacks the courage
there are a lot of
to
people
stand
that
up for
are
himself.
turned off by
He
Trump.
can't even
Still
find
want
words to say.
all the values
He can't stand up. He sits down and he finds himself in this defensive cowardice position. What do you
They
do?
don't want him anymore.
Do you think she wants to be
Exactly
with
what
him?
you're saying. So Loctite, maybe because from a policy standpoint, but I think you're right. But I think a lot of it is money. It looks like it's money. You know, and you get people like even Margaret Taylor Greene that like made her exit. But I think Margaret Taylor Greene had a deal set up post, which like I think Jasmine Crockett has him. I think she was she was going to pension. So Margaret Taylor Greene saying let's go back to a pension. And then because she's a Trump contrarian and the blue had America First people, Nick Fuentes, maybe like week before last week, held he's like Max is dead, he held the red hat, he's like now we're America First. The blue got the same one, Margaret Taylor Greene as well. So maybe she had some people behind her, backing her, and kind of getting her to start that movement. But I'm just saying that they're staying locked up with it. It doesn't so he's probably one of them.
Look at Michael talking about red hat, blue hat. I'm so proud of you.
So I got a theory, right, that the only way, not the only way, but one of the ways that the Republicans will back impeaching Trump is if they
It is a loss for Chicago restaurant owners, but the industry says the fight over raises for tip workers is far from over after City Council fell 4 votes short of a payroll override. We want to be sure that this is what because there's an opportunity to get to a compromise. The administration to stop talking about standing firm and actually get to the table so that we can have this Northwest Side Alderman Bill Vegas says there will be a round 2 of his effort to freeze Mayor Brandon Johnson's back one fair wage ordinance. The measure gives tip workers a bump in pay over a period of 5 years. Vegas and the restaurant industry says 20% of Chicago's neighborhood restaurants have gone out of business since the ordinance passed 3 years ago. I'm worried about our small and independent restaurants and but mayoral supporters say the ordinance has not stopped city restaurants from opening. Northwest Side Alderwoman Jessie Fuentes led the way to successfully uphold Johnson's veto of the freeze.
It is not a moment to take away pay raises from people when everything around them is more expensive and the cost of living is going up and when people are struggling now more than ever. And the mayor says he refuses to back down on his commitment to working people, blames the struggles of small restaurant owners on Trump administration tariffs, and not on his progressive policies.
We've seen organized funded efforts to organize and calls of black and brown workers while seeking to take hard-fought raises away from the very same workers.
Johnson says it's time to stop pitting workers against restaurant owners, but he agrees to stand firm with the ordinance. Progressive Alderwoman Jeanette
I mean,
Taylor
I
says
understand that they make money.
must compromise.
They're making
I want
deals
tip
with them,
workers to get
but,
paid. I want them to make a living wage.
For me,
But
I think
I
a
also
lot of
don't want to
politicians
see the
is about,
Soleils
how-
and the Virtues
right, I
and
think
those
that
small
overrides the
businesses
money
close
aspect.
either.
In another city council
And if
news
they go
today,
against
while
Trump,
Alderman Gil Villegas
they're gonna
lost
lose those
the
Republican
override vote,
voters. It's
he
not their
did win his his effort to become City Council's next zoning committee chairman. At City Hall, Sarah Shifty, ABC 7.
Some of the Democrats that said that I'm going back, they're not losing their base. Their base is there. There's nothing out there that talks about them losing their base. Most people that left are not freaking, NCT is not really freaking, Rand Paul is not MAGA at all.
Well, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Candace Owens is a fucking grifter. Once a Democrat, now became a Republican, now she's a MAGA. Like, these people are not MAGA. MAGA is concerned about populism.
Thank you so much. Grazie mille. You don't go around telling people that they're citizens and then demand money from them. That's a scam. Scammer. Scammer. Yeah. Google it. Video. Smile. Stop scamming people. Stop scamming people. Stop telling them it's free and then demanding money. You're a scammer.
Alex Jones, these people do have a problem with voting for him, and they were part of the MAGA. A MAGA so then MAGA having to do the rhinos.
The base is not leaving for a candidate vote. The base is 35% of their voting block. There's nothing, so we've been talking about this for a while too in the room. There's nothing out there that says his actual base is leaving. They're the ones that be sleeping.
Could you share a bit about how you, Barbara, Dennis, your reaction
Did you see you've seen those interviews in her district? His base hasn't gone nowhere.
I agree with the fact that the base, you're never going to lose the base, but what I'm saying is that to win the election in the way you want to have to do from Donald Jones, after the stuff that we heard him on the phone, talking about 2027, all the things we heard, all those people that got kids in our house and those who vote for Trump, those are the base is always going to be. That's just what makes them, a base. So,
right, but y'all know that there's nothing out there that says he's losing it. Now, as far as the American people, the problem with them, why they vote one way and vote another, it's always going to be about emotions, how they feel the economy is going, not actually knowing how the economy is going, not understanding why interest rates jump up, they don't understand basic economy, they don't understand civics, and because they don't understand none of this, when their eggs go up to $8,
even before the tax act, it would be impossible. If I can't sell a house for the amount that's paid for, I don't know why I should get taxed for it, for sure. We need a house for a third kid.
Besides, I'm not gonna pick the sides. What I'm saying is, the problem with the normal voters, the independents, the Democrats that went the other way, is the fact that they don't understand civics, number one. Number two, they don't understand the economy. They don't understand why my interest rates went up to 10%. You know why? Because a whole bunch of jobs, there's a lot of goddamn money out there. So the way the Fed try to keep you from spending so goddamn, from seeing so much money out on the economy, is to raise the interest rate. They don't see that. They don't understand that. They didn't understand that their eggs went up to $8 because there was an issue with the birds. Nobody, or the chicken. Nobody paid attention to that. This shit. And Obama made it clear when he came to Atlanta, he said it. He tried to explain to the people, I know it doesn't feel like we have a great economy, but we have a great economy. When your fucking gas was high, you know why your gas was high? People were going back to work. But for the war in Ukraine, they don't understand. Period, point blank. And that's just the independents, and that's the Democrats. They claim they were the oppressors for a long time. Those people that switched over to that. His base, they're not going nowhere. And that's who these Republicans in red states have to deal with, the base. Those towns have to deal with the base.
Right. But here's you're saying that, but soybean like farmers. So part of his base was West Coast even farmers. When he did these tariffs, he talked about like the farmer suicides went up, soybean farmers or whatever got hit. I'm saying the cattle that got sent down, the business got sent down. A lot of the people that were in his base, I'm saying that some of these people are feeling the hurt to your point about them being experienced learners because they can't be told something. And we like had this whole thing where like the reading level in this country is like below a fifth grade or below a sixth grade level. So I'm saying we're an ignorant country overall. The literacy rate, I'm saying all that. I'm just saying that he's losing people. And the main thing I'm talking about is him losing power.
Yeah, but even with those farmers, this ain't their first go around. So the same soybean farmers were on TV crying about they goddamn soybean the first administration. They came right back and voted again. You know why? Because that's his base.
So Patty, someone can't come back looking at the suicide. So
He doesn't get that.
No, they didn't do that the first time about that.
He watched. What do you? Boy. Oh yeah.
So English, see, mommy.
Years too late.
Last year, following 12 years in the Illinois House of Representatives, Harold Washington is a practicing attorney, graduated from Northwestern University's Law School with honors, did his undergraduate work at Roosevelt University where he was president of his class and where he is now a lecturer. Senator Washington, we have in these interviews learned some very interesting things, and I hope useful things for our viewers, about the candidates as they grew up in this city or wherever it was that they grew up. Now, what was your growing up experience in Chicago, and how important is it to you now that you're running for mayor?
Oh, there is vitally on my whole life, I think, and why I run in the sense. I was born in Chicago, County Hospital, and my formative years were spent in the area of 42nd and Calumet, which is next to King Drive, near Felsen Law School. And I spent my entire lifetime within a radius of 2 miles of that place, and I live at 62nd and Center.
Our guest tonight, State Senator Harold Washington, 54 years old, born in Chicago. Our guest tonight, State Senator.
Sue anyone.
I lost the endorsement of the Chicago Tribune because I wouldn't say the 2020 election was a done topic.
Illinois Republican candidate for governor Darren Bailey recently moved into an
His campaign spokesman confirms to ABC 7 that
He lives in Chicago now.
Illinois Republican candidate
He didn't even show up to the Cook County GOP committee election tonight at More Tits. Baileyf, Illinois, impressive Republican leadership. Check. Gonna lose big.
Illinois Republican candidate.
When I ran for mayor, I said I was going to tax the rich. When I ran for any.
Are you looking?
A takeover is illegal in any circumstances, especially when you are talking about large swaths of the downtown area. A public street cannot be taken over without a permit, which these do not exist. And we are.
Have you guys ever seen the Persian sound dance? Let me show you.
To be Jewish is not just to endure, it is to rise.
The policies like the new.
We're building portals from which we're genuinely summoning aliens, and Sam has added one in the Middle East. During the Biden administration, Sam Altman, the founder of OpenAI, we're building.
Were you sexually?
Quite well.
Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? Should I call the cops on you? Okay, that's it. I'll be back. That's me getting the cops sicked on me in Lakewood, New Jersey, with the
So polite.
This is the last interview given by Lyndon Baines Johnson, 36th President of the United States. It was held 10 days before his death at the LBJ Ranch in Texas. The subject was one dear to Mr. Johnson, the towering achievement of his administration, the struggle for civil rights. A lot of people say if you hadn't had all this civil rights legislation, we never had this problem. We'd had more to make it even great long if we hadn't had it. If we've had it with it, you can imagine what we'd have had if we had continued to sit on that dynamite keg. A month before, the president had come to the LBJ Library at the University of Texas in Austin to greet civil rights leaders, black and white, from all over the country. The library held a symposium to mark the opening of the president's civil rights papers. Of the 31 million Johnson papers housed here, 1 million deal with civil rights. is the last interview.
Congressman, this is the famous Netanyahu map that everyone talks about in your office. And I guess what is fascinating to me is when you look at the scale, is how small Israel seems by comparison to the Middle East.
How small it is. I mean, the Middle East starts here, sort of there, the edge of the wall. That's Morocco. This is Tunisia. This is Libya, which is about 100 times the size of Israel. Egypt, about 40 times the size of Israel. It's the Sinai Desert. Saudi Arabia, God knows how many times. Iraq, Syria, Iran. Want to see Israel now? Here's Israel. My finger covers it. With the West Bank. Everything. So it's a tiny country. Tiny, surrounded, well, shall we say, living in a very tough neighborhood. Now, if you're small, it's not necessarily a problem. I mean, Luxembourg doesn't have a security problem.
Can I ask you a stupid question?
But if Luxembourg was surrounded by the kind of neighborhood we're surrounded by, well,
Can I ask you
that's another matter.
Can I ask what may sound a stupid question? Do you ever wish Israel wasn't there? I wish it had just been stuck near Luxembourg. Would have made life a lot easier for everyone.
Well, it might make our life easier, but it wouldn't materially make the difference. You could stick Belgium in here, and the same thing would happen because the people who want us out, they don't want any Western presence here, and guess what? Increasingly, they don't want any Western presence here either.
Congressman, in the early 1970s, books started to use phrases like follow your dreams, telling kids, go deeply into debt. In the early
Hi, Annie Miley X Marketing.
every device.
Woke up this morning in Springfield and looked at the news, and what do you know? Donald Trump once again is trending.
Does your mouth not move? Does your mouth not move because you lie all the time?
Congressman, this
Okay. You make a lot of money, do you?
I make no. I paid enough for health insurance. I have no equity in OpenAI.
Really?
Yeah.
You need a lawyer.
I need a what?
You need a lawyer or an agent?
I'm doing this because I love it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks, Andy.
exposure to true information does not matter anymore. A person who was demoralized is unable to assess true information. The facts tell nothing to him. Even if I shower him with information, with authentic proof, with documents, with pictures, even if I take him by force to the Soviet Union and show him concentration camp, he will refuse to believe it until he's going to receive a kick in his fat bottom. When a military boat crashes his balls, then he will understand, but not before that. That's the tragic of the situation of demoralization. So basically, America is stuck with demoralization, and unless, even if you start right now, this minute, you start educating the new generation over here, it will still take you 50 to 20 years to turn the tide of ideological perception of reality back to normalcy and patriotism. Exposure to true information does not matter anymore. A person who was demoralized is unable to assess true information. The facts tell nothing to him. Even if I shower him with information, with authentic proof, with documents, with pictures, even if I take him by force to the Soviet Union and show him concentration camp, he will refuse to believe it until he's going to receive a kick in his fat bottom. When a military boat crashes his balls, then he will understand, but not before that. That's the tragic of the situation of demoralization. So basically, America is stuck with demoralization, and unless, even if you start right now, this minute, you start educating the new generation over here, it will still take you 15 to 20 years to turn the tide of ideological perception of reality back to normalcy and patriotism. Exposure to true information does not. I looked in your cup to see if you.
And it's historical. It's crazy because they do such a bad job at their job. We've probably had like 20 chairs in the last 20 years, so it happens pretty often. It's almost like parliamentary style. But tonight's the night, and it's always in right for whatever reason.
I looked in your. Exposure to. Exposure.
I will never give you up. The stranger focus must be shut. Lord, my Lord. this morning. If you're a small content creator,
Give it a chance. You are only doing this because you can't accept the fact that he is dying.
hey Steven, that lives on the Hobbs Island Road in Huntsville, Alabama. You know who I'm talking about. You wanted to threaten me here a few minutes ago.
Where you've got
Oh, nice with you unhinged.
appreciate it. Because